Good afternoon, assalamu alaikum, and welcome to Sports Extra. I'm your host Ahmad Nawaz with the latest roundup of sports today. Once again, we've got a bunch of things to discuss. We'll start off with the big news that is coming, and that is where the government is reconsidering reviving the departmental structure once again. It's not just for cricket, but it has an avenue of various other sports as well. But particularly for domestic cricket of Pakistan, this has been a huge debate. The former government, the previous government, of course, decided to abolish the departmental structure and look towards following an Australian model of regional cricket associations, trying to limit the quality and going towards quantity. But now when we see things like these happening, now there is a huge debate in Pakistan already since that time that departmental cricket should be revived once again, because one of the factors that is given that the bread and butter for many players was taken away from them. But then again, there are serious questions about the quality of cricket that is there, because then certain departments had a number of employees who were not even present, I think, there when it was needed. So I think that is another debate. So constructive analysis, we'll try to do that on the basis of facts and figures, and if we are supporting whether the departmental structure, whether the regional cricket, we'll try to come up with a solid argument. That's what we'll try to do and explore avenues, because obviously we want betterment for Pakistan cricket, be it in any format as well. After that, we will be talking about more sports, and we'll talk about hockey. And in hockey, it's been great news for Pakistan, as the first match of the European tour against Netherlands, Pakistan have won this game. Absolutely superb, stellar performance. The tour has started with a victory. Netherlands, of course, at 4th position, Pakistan at 18th, but they managed to clinch the match 5-3, and they're playing Spain and Belgium as well on this tour. I think congratulations to the Pakistan Hockey Federation, to the Pakistani team, and the management that is there with the team as well, including those foreign coaches who have been instrumental. But let's not get carried away with this victory. We need to treat it as a learning experience, and with that we know it becomes very important, because we're preparing for the Asia Cup hockey tournament in Jakarta. The schedule's been announced as well. It's going to happen in May, and Pakistan is playing its first match on the 23rd against India. So they've got a tough group, and if they win that, they're going to qualify for the World Cup. So this tour is very, very important for Pakistan hockey when we talk about the qualification for the World Cup. After that, it's Champions League football, the night of champions, as it was Manchester City against Real Madrid. What a victory for City, but what a game itself. The comeback for Madrid was absolutely superb. Man City winning a 7-goal thriller speaks volume. 4-3 the result, the way Benzema got those 2 goals and made a comeback trying to limit the aggregate. But I think it's going to be tough for City, because when they go to Bernabeu in Madrid, it's going to be very, very tough, because Madrid are going to give them full throttle, and then of course the second leg is going to be interesting. But exciting night tonight. We're going to be seeing Liverpool against Villarreal for the second semi-finals first leg, another thriller as well. Liverpool the better side, but Villarreal with Unai Emery at the helm of affairs going through a dream run and surprising everybody. That's what we're discussing on today's show. Time now to introduce the guests. First of all, in studios we've been joined by our cricket expert and cricket commentator Asif. Assalamu alaikum, how are you?
Walaikum assalam, Ahmad. I'm good, thank you.
Good to have you on the show. We've also been joined by senior cricket expert and commentator Leena Moin Aziz. Assalamu alaikum, Leena, how are you?
And Asif, and I hope you guys are well.
All well, Leena. It seems like we're back to square one again, because it's a very tricky subject, let me be very honest. Now there is talk again about reviving departmental structure again for domestic cricket. Certain people, I won't name them, have had an agenda ever since regional cricket came in, because some of them lost the helm of affairs, the power circle. They were not part of it anymore. Like I said, I don't want to name them. I can, but let's leave that for later. They started a campaign where they were not happy with this since day one. And now it has come to a point, because there have been certain changes in the when we talk about the country's political hierarchy as well, that now there is another debate going on, that whether that system should be revived or not. What do you have to say about it?
Well, I'm someone who's in favor of the regional system, because what I've seen during the last 2 years, 3 years since this regional system has come into being, is that it's brought to fore much more quality. The public interest is much more, because when you're supporting your region, say your city, say your province, Balochistan or KP or Punjab, the interest of the general public is much more, and whereby the cricket becomes more interesting. The quality is also much better, because there's 6 teams. Ages ago, when departmental cricket was the thing, we first had 32 teams, then it became 16, and then that there was a time when both systems were at going on together, so there was a lot of confusion. With this system, what's happened is that the confusion has vanished, and there's more clarity, and we're seeing more quality. What can happen though, just to counter the argument or just to make things better, what can happen though is we can have two divisions or two tiers in this same system, regional system. Have two tiers, or actually, I'm in favor of adding two more teams to these six teams. Maybe six is a little less, but then to start off, six was fine. And we can either make it 8 teams or 10 teams, and then have two divisions. So have a two-tier system. That way, the argument that people are making that this is not a representative system of the country, where we have a population of 22 million and we only have six teams, that argument can be countered. We could have 8 to 10 teams and two divisions or two tiers, and then take that forward. So, and then the departments, I mean, they're free to get involved with the regions. Each department or bank or organization or multinational organization can fund or back one regional team, and they can also back and fund club cricket. So I'm, totally in favor of the regional system, but we can add two or four more teams, make it a 10 team system, and have a double tier or two divisions.
Definitely, that is the case. That really sums up things, how things should proceed, in a constructive manner. Asif, Ahmad, your thoughts about this initiative, where we see that there are talks of going back to that system. Secondly, I would also like to ask you, because you have been following this entire system as well, that let's remember that even when departmental structure did exist, certain departments started shutting down their cricket funds and teams, especially UBL, who said that no, we cannot fund a team anymore. So there were certain issues already going on, and then the PCB came in and the policy changed.
Well, first of all, I was pretty much enthusiastic about the new system, which is called the regional system, got 6 teams in Pakistan. And former Prime Minister, cricketer turned politician, Imran Khan, because he was pretty much, he played cricket all around, and he thought that if we are following the Australian structure, then it would be good for Pakistan cricket. And he always talked about that, and when he came into the power and he implemented each and everything. We have observed 3 years that what happened, and 3 years is a good time to come up with the results if you are giving some results. But the issue is, first thing I would like to let you know to our viewers, that we do not have any club cricket from last 3 years.
Very true. And I think even more than that, if I remember.
And we did not have any school cricket in the past 3 years. All right. If we are not playing club cricket, how could Pakistan Cricket Board could bring the youngsters into the Pakistan cricket team? One thing. The second thing is that if we talk about the domestic structure, 6 teams. Earlier on, we had 16 regions, and then 8 teams from the departments, and the rest, the grade 2, they play in
certain departments as well.
30, 40 departments, yeah. So around 3,000 or the 4,000 players, they were engaged in cricket activities.
And employed as well.
Yes, then employed as well. The first aspect. I was with the Imran Khan's idea that to support the quality cricket, to bring up, for example, as Miss Leena said, that if HBL is playing, what's my interest, or what's the public interest if the HBL team is playing, or either if the PTV team is playing there, nobody will going to watch that.
No, everybody's going to watch that.
No, apart from joke, I'm just giving an example. Or the Sui Northern Gas, or the WAPDA. Let's suppose I'm excluding the name of PTV, let's say. All right.
You better.
Okay. On the other side, that when the rest of the teams of the names, no, with the regions, if they are playing, for example, if the Punjab is playing, for example, the Central Punjab or the KPK, Sindh. So if I'm from Sindh, I'll be watching Sindh, of course, the Sindh's match. And if I'll be from Punjab, I'll be watching it. Taking interest of the Punjab. But now this theory, I do not want to buy this theory again. Why? Because now we got PSL, and PSL with the regional names, with the city names.
Cities, yes.
Yes, Lahore, Qalandars, Peshawar, Zilmi. So we have enough stuff for the public if they're supporting their cities. Let's suppose if someone wants to support Karachi Kings, yes, Karachi is there. And if you want to support Lahore Qalandars, yes, Lahore Qalandar is there. So I think now is the time to bring departmental cricket back. Why? In past, we have watched that even Wasim Akram, he played departmental cricket, Waqar Yunus played departmental cricket, even Ramiz Raja was in the department, and the great legendary batter, Zahir Abbas, I was reading his interview and he was really supporting the departmental cricket, same as the Intakhab Alam as well. So now this is the time. We have given 3 years to this regional system, and if we are looking behind, quality cricket, yes, we got some quality cricket, no doubt about that, but it was not enough. First thing. The second.
So
thing
are you saying that the regional system has failed? To be plain honest.
Look, it's not black and white that I'm straight away I'm saying that it's failed. Yes, it has given something, but there's the time to bring more cricket in Pakistan. And personally, I've been told that Ramiz Raja or the previous chairman cricket board, Ehsan Mani, he has asked to departments to support our cricket, and they were not in the favor. So if they're not supporting cricket, it means that, of course, if they're not supporting club cricket, if they're not supporting school cricket, we won't be getting young talent from them.
Okay.
So one thing is really important, and that is that if now we're getting back the department cricket, let's support them. And Pakistan is 220 million people, and we are not comparing ourselves by Australia. In Pakistan, cricket is number 1. In Australia, cricket is number 6. So these are the differences, and now these differences are coming in our structure as well. So I think if let's suppose 12, as Miss Leena said, 10 or 12 regions are playing with 8 departments, would be a good idea.
I like this topic already, because I think when we have an argument and we have a difference of opinion, it becomes very fun. But Asif, if you allow me, I can give some facts, if you allow me, of course. Sure. So I've got, Leena, I'd like you to listen to this as well, and then we can obviously comment on this. First of all, the first argument where we talk about majority players of the previous structure saying that, oh, we didn't get a chance, 2 less teams. First question, there are playing 11s or first 11 and second 11s of each regions. So you automatically have those 12 teams that you talk about. Then the under 19 teams. Now we come to the argument of club cricket, which I think is a genuine one. I think the quality of club cricket has gone very less. But let me just highlight the summary of the club cricket season in the year 2021 and 22. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, the starting date was 13th November 2021, finishing date was 20th of January this year. Number of matches played were 1530. Number of teams participated in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa in club cricket, 844. Northern, the season started 20th October last year, 20th January this year concluded. 1025 matches were played, 491 teams participated. I come to Central Punjab, 1482 matches were played, 788 teams participated. I come to Southern Punjab, 1100 matches played, 517 teams participated. 700 matches played in Balochistan, 512 teams participated, and in Sindh, 1172 matches were played, 670 teams participated. I come to the total conclusion of club cricket in the past season. 7,009 matches were played in the previous year, and 3,822 clubs participated, Leena.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's where people are wrong when they say there has been no club cricket. I mean, you just yourself named the number of matches, that took place. So club cricket is happening. It's not probably not reported enough, or not many analysts are not taking much interest in it. I mean, frankly, I didn't even know these stats, and it's knowledge for me, and thank you very much. And so, I feel that, this club cricket is happening, but maybe it has to be more streamlined and, played in a proper manner, maybe less matches and more quality, and, so on and so forth. Also, we were talking, Asif was commenting about no school cricket. Ramiz Raja has definitely talked about school cricket. There has been these scholarships that he's given to school children. I myself saw college cricket on PTV Sports, which was amazing. I mean, the guys were wearing PCB shirts. There was proper coverage. And the scorer, by the way, who was, scoring on one of the matches that I just saw briefly about 2 weeks ago, was the same scorer who did the 1996 World Cup final between Australia and Sri Lanka. So things are happening. It's just not this that nowhere in the world does any country have departmental cricket. I don't know what is this thing going on about departmental cricket. One government comes and it wants regional cricket, the other government comes and there's talk about departmental cricket. I think we've got to stop politicizing cricket. The post of the cricket chairman, PCB, regional cricket, domestic cricket, these things shouldn't be politicized. These should be left alone by the governments, and the cricket board should be looking at it. I just feel, what I said initially in my first comment, that I am with regional cricket. I just want maybe a few more teams and two divisions. Like you said, they're already, every team has a second team. So yes, there is enough cricket, but maybe if there's, this thing about 220 million people and not enough teams. So maybe two teams, or maybe first of all two teams, and then maybe a little later two more teams, and 10 teams could be the main the main 10 teams, and then they could have a second tier, and
Right.
that's enough. 20 teams are more than enough, but they don't have to altogether change the systems. If the departments want to be involved, they should be asked to back one team.
But Leena, point to ponder, like I mentioned, I'll just give you this final thought and then I'll come to Asif again, that like I said, even before the departmental structure were abolished, certain departments started saying thank you very much because of their financial hiccups, including UBL, where they had a new president. She came in and she said, no, we cannot fund cricket and support it. We're already down in business avenues. Certain other departments also started following the suit. Even if I come towards certain departments that I know of, I might belong to personally, a few people who were part of that, they started reducing their salaries, the number of games they were playing, cost of equipment. So already it was not a financial viable model.
Absolutely. I mean, I fully agree with you. When the departments were backing away and totally, backing away from cricket and saying that they can't afford it, they can't give so many jobs, and sports is not their thing, then this argument of starting departmental cricket again, I mean, they suddenly woke up and smelled the coffee and said, yeah, now we want to play cricket again and want to finance it. That doesn't work. It doesn't work this way, that one night you say, okay, I'm going to do this, next morning you say another thing. Cricket is, it's almost like a religion in our country. It's followed so much, people love it. You can't play with it. You can't play with the welfare of the game. So you decided the system, just keep improving the system, and the departments are more welcome. You yourself said that Mr. Mani wanted them to sort of back regional cricket.
Yes.
Maybe now Ramiz Raja can have another meeting with the departments and see what he comes up with.
Absolutely. I think at the end of the day, Asif, it all comes down to the financial aspect of it, that how much can we support our players financially, because the first order of business for Ramiz Raja when he came to power was that he wanted to increase the salaries of our domestic players.
On the other day, I was reading an article about the Imran Malik, an Indian player,
IPL one.
Yes, he's from Srinagar, he's from occupied Kashmir. And a writer was writing that he got the money in IPL more than the entire Pakistan team.
So, of a central contract.
Yes, of the central contract. So the monetary aspects, of course, it matters a lot. And the first thing, and the second thing is that I strongly agree with Miss Leena that there is no more politics in cricket. And of course that I don't want to go in the politics of what's happening in Pakistan cricket board.
It's been a long time now.
Yes, and it's not happening from last couple of years, but it's happening from last 30, 40 years. Yes. And the Pakistan cricket board started since, because 1971, 72. Before that, it was not Pakistan cricket board, because we had Bangladesh with us. After that, Abdul Hafiz Kardar, he had started the departmental cricket, a huge name of Pakistan cricket. And even Imran Khan played Pakistan for the departments as well, and he played the county as well. So what is the difference between county and departmental cricket?
The financial aspect of it.
Yes, the first thing. And the second thing is that, of course, they got the structure, they got resources. We do not have resources. And as you have mentioned, 27,000 matches, or how much? 2,700 or how much that was?
7,000 matches.
7,000 matches. It's
27,000 matches.
Sorry, it's not enough in a year, and you are talking about the clubs playing without the scrutiny. Do remember, I'm saying that these all clubs are playing without any scrutiny from last 3 years.
Still bogus clubs in there.
Yes, still bogus clubs and still bogus matches are there. And I'm quite sure, and I've been informed that that in Sindh, even in interior Punjab, there won't be any cricket, any club cricket, but in the papers, yes, the matches were going on. So according to these stats, yes, I'm happy that the 7,000 matches happened in club cricket in last couple of years and even in last 1 year. But the important thing is that what wrong with the regional system? The regional system is actually now 96 players are playing. What about the rest of the players? You said that, as Miss Leena said, that there is level A, level 2.
Yes, first 11, second 11.
Second 11. I met several players and they've started their business, and from last 12, 13 years they've been playing domestic cricket, and they were in the departments. After the departments, they've started riding cabs, they're running their own businesses. They were not in the cricket, they were mentally upset, their families were upset. And we came up without any structure, honestly, without any remedy for those players.
Right.
We came up, we have given new system. We didn't know that what happened with our players, their jobs, their financial
So I guess
aspects.
immediately there shouldn't have been a turnover. There should have been at least some sort of compensation.
Now we have given 3 years, Ahmad. Now the point is that...
No. When you first came in and you
Yes.
realized that these players will lose their jobs.
Fine. Even now they lost their jobs, each and everything happened. Now what's happening? If we are bringing them back into the structure of the cricketing structure, it means we are giving them some healthy lives.
Absolutely. So that means K. Asif is for departmental cricket.
After 3 years now.
After
yes,
3 years,
yeah.
for departmental cricket, not before 3 years. And I think Leena and me would agree that we want to stick to the regional structure as well. Thank you very much to Leena and K. Asif. But before I go, I just want to say one thing, and I hope both Leena and Asif can hear this as well, and for all the viewers watching. The quest of power has gone to such an extent for certain individuals involved with cricket. I'm only, let me give you a disclaimer of cricket. That first order of business was to start a campaign against the chairman PCB, try to remove him from office. When that did not succeed, now the second campaign is to bring back departmental cricket to occupy some sort of power. And these are certain greedy individuals who I know personally, who have been running cricket in Pakistan in various domains. And I still remember the level of club cricket during their tenures, how it was, how club championships were played, where did the umpires come from, where did the ball with the match you play, where did it come from, and what was the quality of the grounds and everything. So I think if that time they could have done something, we would have never had this debate right now. So I think
But one thing,
yes,
two wrongs does not make one.
No, I'm just going to say that. I was just going to say that doesn't mean that we don't explore avenues, but because at the end of the day, all of us support one argument, and that is to promote cricket in Pakistan, promote cricket on grassroots levels in Pakistan, see our young boys and girls go and play club cricket in Pakistan. I think that is the case. But Leena, K. Asif, thank you very much for joining us. I think it's a great constructive. Yes, Leena, yes.
What, Ahmad? Three wrongs also don't make a right.
Well, these days I think it's very tricky to differentiate between a right and a wrong as far as cricket is concerned. But then again, I think all of us pray for a better future for Pakistan cricket. We don't want to go back to the dark times, that horrendous system and favoritism and everything and nepotism. We want to explore further as well. But that's time for this segment. We'll take a short break. Thank you to K. Asif and Leena as well. Always a pleasure having both of them. Quality cricket people, and I always love my discussions. And I always have a great time on Sports Extra. On that note, we'll go towards a short break, but we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Time now for our segment on hockey, and that is where Pakistan's tour to Europe continues. Our national hockey team is there. They won the first match against the Netherlands by 5-3, and the second match after the first quarter they're leading 1-0. Superb scenes there. Now we discussed this before as well, and we discussed the fact that we want to treat this as a learning experience for the Asia Cup. The schedule for that has been announced as well, and the fact is that they've performed exceptionally well. We don't want to get overexcited and not over-exaggerate things, but the fact is that this is going to be a huge confidence booster for the boys when we consider about this as well. And we'll talk about this further on Sports Extra. We've been joined by a former hockey player, our former goalkeeper of the Pakistan national hockey team, Imran. Imran, Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Sports Extra. Imran, can you hear me? Right, I'm having trouble hearing Imran, but since my voice is getting through, I'll just try to get his audio back. But like I'm saying that we've won the first match, we're leading in the second, we're performing exceptionally well. I think the foreign coaches, the entire scenario of training there is working dividends, and we want to take this as a learning curve and continue with this consistently as well. Imran, Assalamu alaikum, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Thank you so much for joining us. As you predicted yesterday as well, where you said that we want to treat this as a practice for the Asia Cup. The schedule's been announced as well. But what a superb performance in the first game.
Yeah, definitely. This is a great start of the Pakistan team in the Europe tour. They beat a world-class team, Holland, by 5-3. But this is not time for celebrate this kind of matches. But this is a good for the practice and very good to build their team for the Asia Cup.
As a player, Imran, how of a confidence booster this is when you realize that you're playing against a team which is ranked 4th in the world. You're on 18th. You want to treat this as practice, not overhype things, as you mentioned, not get overexcited. As a player, how important is this victory?
Yeah, this victory is very important because in the past few years we didn't play with the European teams and didn't go with the Europe tour. So this kind of victory is very important for the Pakistan because there is too many young players in the team and they want to be a victory against the European team. They build their confidence because when they're going for the Asia Cup, it be a very pressure on the Asia Cup because we are qualified for the World Cup. And before Asia Cup, play against the European teams is also a pressure for the players because many players on the debut cap on this tour. So it's really important this kind of victory to boost their confidence.
Talking about the Asia Cup, we know the schedule has been announced. Pakistan's pool comprises of Pakistan, India, Japan and Indonesia as well. Tough teams, tough competition there.
Yeah, definitely. As compared to the another pool, Pakistan pool is tough because India in the Pakistan pool, Japan is also in Pakistan. As Pakistan must be beat one team must beat a one team just like Japan and India to qualify for the semi-finals because the first 4 teams qualify for the World Cup. The first tough event is coming in the 23rd of May and Pakistan play the first match against India. It's a very tough match and I think so. The Europe tour will be pay in the Asia Cup to build their confidence before the heavy match against India.
Imran, why does India become so successful? If you can highlight their style of play, they're a very good quality side. We have to accept the fact.
Yeah, definitely. Because in 2008 in China Olympics, when India is out from the China Olympics, they get the foreigner coaches and they are working on the grassroots level since last 10 to 12 years, and they got the Olympics medal in Japan. Tokyo for the 3rd position. That's why India is working on the grassroots level so much and they're working with the foreigner coaches. They have a lot of sponsors, they have a lot of financial supports, but in our factors the Pakistan national sports is a hockey, but everyone ignore the Pakistan national sport. They have no financially support. I know very well when their federation arrange their tour for the Europe, they have no financially support, and how they arrange their credit goes to Brigadier Sajjad Khokar and Pakistan Hockey Federation Secretary Asif.
Truly, I think the credit does go to them because we realize that there are financial hiccups as well and not many sponsors do come up with. But Imran, do you believe that if we can improve our rankings, perform well in the Asia Cup, then it will be easier for us to attract sponsors?
Yeah, definitely. They improved their ranking when they played the matches too much against the European team. If we didn't play any matches, because we didn't play any matches last 3 to 4 years, that's why our ranking on the 18th, and also we skipped the Pro League. I think so. Federation is working on the Pakistan team back to the Pro League. If we are in the Pro League, we get a lot of points, and maybe we will be back on the 12 to 13 ranking and play against the European teams. If we play a lot of matches, then we improve our ranking.
Definitely we will. Imran, thank you very much for joining us. It was an honor having you on Sports Extra. That was our former hockey player, former goalkeeper Imran Butt talking to us on Sports Extra. Like he's mentioned that the dividends of this European tour will pay off with the crucial games there, and then of course taking that form and that experience to the Asia Cup, which is very important because then you get direct qualification for the World Cup, and that is something that we are aiming at as well. We want to qualify for that World Cup. That is of course very, very important for us when we consider our platform and a national game of Pakistan hockey it is, so we want to qualify for that World Cup as well. That being said, of course we wanted to discuss the Champions League football as well, but of course we're short on time. We'll take this tomorrow when we have the complete action of the Villarreal and Liverpool game, and then of course City Madrid will also be on the table, so we'll try to do this tomorrow. Until the next show, from me and the entire team, it's goodbye for now.